That's going to be body weight squats. So your deadlift stance is going to be with your feet underneath your hips. But a squat stance is feet just outside of shoulder width apart. Now, preferably with feet straight, right? Sometimes you see people squatting with those feet kind of turned out. That's fine as long as the knees can track over the toes, right? You don't want feet here and then knees coming in here. That's a bad squat. You want feet ideally forward, right? Knees are gonna bend, but they're not gonna travel so much forward, not to begin with, right? You're gonna shoot those hands forward, hips way back, knees are wide, right? Stand up, squeeze the butt at the top. So to give you a side view of that, right? See how my knees are bending? Knees are bending, right? But they're not going that far forward, okay? Then when I stand up, I'm squeezing the glutes as tight as I can. I'm trying to get as deep as I can, right? Hips below knees if possible, and then squeeze. So what do we need? We need 15 of these. So 15 of these. So feet, get into your position, right? Catch your breath, hands go forward. Try to keep that chest up, right? And I'm trying to keep the weight mostly, I'm gonna say probably about 50% in the heels, right? And then just distribute the next 50 between the toes and the midfoot. So I'm gonna go here, breathe out on the way up, that's one. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, this may seem simple, you guys, but I want you to make sure that we're dialing in this squat mechanics, because eventually we're going to be loading this with weight. And so if we can teach these kids when they first start, the mechanics of that is glutes, right? You want to get your hips back. You can get into those knees a little bit later when they get more advanced, but I got more musculature in my hips in terms of lowering weight than I do in my knees, if that makes sense, right? So practice don't make perfect, practice makes permanent. So we're going to be instructing these kids, hey, this is important. Don't just get through this piece just because it's in the warm-up. Every rep that you take is like firing a gun. You fire the target, you make an adjustment, so your shot gets better. Every time you take a squat, your squat should be getting better each time. We got to drill that in. Eventually it just happens, especially underweight.